I'm SillyPseudonym playing this game known as a Nova Drift. And, full confession, it has been a week since I've recorded any, or played this game. I've been having a time getting my schoolwork and such done. We're on the last month, so of course we have the normal, oh dear, there's so much we haven't covered yet. Stuff everything we can into the lessons. Get in the last few exams before we get the final exam period going. All that good stuff. So I have not had much time to record or even play lately. So this shall be an interesting episode to try to get back into the swing of things. Okay, I need one of you to explode. You know, someone, Solero, suggested a build. Let's maybe give it a try and see if we actually like it. It's certainly going to be interesting. If we can survive long enough to actually pull it together. Which is not a guarantee of any sort at all. That's what we want. Spectre. We're going to try to put something together here, and I have no idea how well it's going to work, but we're going to try it. Polar inversion. Alright. Those mines were tempting, I fully admit, but polar inversion. Bigger blast radius, and it reverses the push-pull of blasts. So now enemies are pulled into our pulse effect, instead of pushed away from it. That might be beneficial in terms of getting a little bit of extra damage in. And the larger blast radius is, of course, nice of itself. Should be a little bit more careful with this. Don't have my shield back up just yet. We do want many things here. We want the improved engine so we can get down to blink. We want the improved shields. I think for the reflective shields. Regeneration could be nice. Let's get the improved thrusters first. Just because you can see me doesn't mean the enemies can. Death Blossom is actually rather tempting here, but I think this Mind Specialist is even more tempting. Mind Specialization allows us to do damage even when we stay in stealth. That's a pretty nice advantage to have, to be certain here. Very nice advantage. Okay, we want stabilization, efficiency, armor, and shield cooldown, and eventually maybe even bravado, but I think we go shield cooldown first. Do you want bigger blast rays? Kinetic boost we're probably not going to use too often, but getting down to emergency systems would be nice. And Aegis wouldn't be bad either. Take that for now. I'm not here. Blast shielding is good. I do want the stabilization so I can maneuver without breaking our stealth effect, but we do want loaded mines, especially now that we have mine specialists, so I think we take that. Getting more mines as a build option and getting them to fire our weapon could greatly increase our damage here. Don't want the minefield this time. Do want the efficiency, candescences, maybe. I actually think I'll take the armor here. Always fun to pull them around a bit, throw off their aim. Okay, you're going to be annoying. Your shield is going to definitely be a bit of the difficult side. I do want the health, the skirmish, but let's get that stabilization. We could take energized shields and mostly depend on our mines to do damage. That will lower the rate of fire though. If we get charged mines, that will make it even worse, however. Doesn't matter so much with just the detonation basic mines, but charged mines do need to take rate of fire into account. Just getting blast radius or shield effect radius is nice. Let's get this shield effect radius. Not sure I'd recommend that, but here we are. Loaded mines is good, but I kind of like the idea of a Death Blossom. In many ways, the main thing I'm worried about with Death Blossom is I don't know how it will affect our stealth. Will this make it harder for us to get our stealth back after we warp? That is my concern. Definitely like Aegis here to get down to emergency systems. But with the fight against Omega coming up fairly soon, I think I'll take these loaded mines. Getting them to fire our weapon is going to be very useful. Ouch, 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 ouch. I think too useful for us to turn down, especially now that we have mine specialists to increase the damage and the effect of them. Do want that agility, do want the deadly wake. Power reserves doesn't matter as much. Volatile shields would be nice too, but let's take this agility. Mostly because I want to get down to strafe or displacement and all that good stuff. But yeah, not too shabby. I do like the idea of regeneration, retribution, skirmish, but do I want this channeling? I think I do. And here comes Omega. And unlike normal, Shielder doesn't know where I am, so it cannot hide from me. Ha 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 ha. Need to be careful of that. But yeah, I can do this number, which I normally would not be able to do because, once again, as long as I have stealth, the enemies don't know what to do with me. Which is a rather fun thing to see. Definitely not the normal way of handling this fight. Blue. Feels so weird to be so fast with Spectre. Definitely not used to having quite this degree of speed. Alright, all the vulnerable bits and bobs dead. Alas, we have no Terminate to really end this fight quickly, but I guess we're doing well enough. Pulse usually does against Omega. Pulse usually does. Maelstrom. Maelstrom's interesting here. On one hand, we're going for a Tempest Break build, so our shield will break fairly often. On the other hand, Maelstrom can give us a little bit of an edge in certain situations. Is it worth using it for an upgrade point? I'm gonna try it. Not sold on Obsession. I should look for Leaf on a Wind eventually, but not yet. I do think I'll take this strafe. It improves our thrust even more and gives us the ability to strafe around a bit. They'll give us a little bit more maneuverability. For example, here. Now, unfortunately, it's also perhaps a tad too much maneuverability in certain situations. Controlling this is going to be interesting. But the good news is, it only momentarily breaks our stealth, so we can use it to get around rather quickly, if need be, without hopefully drawing too much undue attention to ourselves. Alright, we do want Aegis here, and we also want Deadly Wake and Flash Shielding. Let's get the Deadly Wake so we can move down towards Blink and Displacement. I do like good old Displacement. That was painful. Maybe I should have gone for Emergency Systems as well. Not so worried about stealth against these enemies, because, well, they just fire and move away no matter what you do. Retribution is pretty tempting here, but getting down the skirmish tree would be pretty nice too. Several enemies we would like to kill a little bit faster, for obvious enough reasons. Apotheosis. We no longer collide with enemies, targets, and most celestial hazards, but we lose 20% of our hull and shielding. Let's give it a shot. Let's give that a shot. Don't have to worry about running to our friend the Comet anymore. Okay. I want you to detonate, but I don't want you to detonate very close to me. Just a little over there, if you don't mind. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay, look, I'm right here. Get that timing a bit better. Flash shielding sounds lovely. Let's go for this crazy Tempest break idea. Ouch, ouch, ouch. This is going to be difficult. Definitely wish I had my blink here. Also wish I had my emergency systems here. Yeah, I have everything, I'm afraid. Aim a little bit higher next time, Comet. Just a little bit higher. Yeah, we're not doing anywhere near enough damage to this enemy. But tanky juggernauts are a standard hazard, I suppose, to this kind of build. Alright, as long as I can somewhat be stealthy, maybe I can get in a few hits here and there. Ooh, don't want that missile to hit me. I'll break stealth for that, thank you very kindly. Ooh, we are so fragile here. One wrong move and we are dead. I don't like that another wave is appearing. That's not a good sign for our damage output. But at least we finally got through all that. I would love that terminate, but this blink will unlock displacement. I want that. Blink will allow us to quickly zip around. This is the part where I wish I had some essence sap, I suppose. Well, we don't exactly have a huge amount of health to use essence sap with, do we? Right, I need you to, yeah, die. Just need you to die. Hello. Need you to give me your sweet, sweet cargo. If you don't mind. I would love Aegis, but displacement. It replaces our strafe and our blink with something that does something like both of them combined. A little weird. But it does more damage. And it has a much shorter cooldown. Galvanic's interesting to me. I think we could use that extra revenge damage. I think we'd use a little bit more shield effect power. That means that we'll get a little bit more damage in when we warp. Okay, Shielder. What you doing, Shielder? Alright, now we just enjoy destroying Scion and try to zip out before the singularity appears. Unfortunately, the orbs from the Scion still damage us, so we can go right through Scion itself, but its little orbital shield still will fling us across the galaxy in less than half a second. Which is not something we want. Just going to put that out there. Probably not something we want. Still haven't gotten close to essence sap, so maybe we should go for this regeneration. But I'd rather try to get other things. We're not firing our weapon too often. This efficiency is pretty nice to have. We're going to try something else here, perhaps? Don't know. Bigger blast race would be nice as well, obviously, but I feel like I need more survivability. But maybe just killing the enemy a little bit faster is the survivability I'm looking for. Could take focus shields. It does shrink our effect down, but makes it more powerful. Elegant construction, on the other hand, does also make our mines build faster. I'm gonna go for elegant construction here. Oops, singularity. Trying to eat my experience. That's my experience. I consider that my hard-earned reward. Don't think I want Gemini, more shielding is tempting, but do I want to just winnow all this? I hate missing out that shield durability. But I don't really need targeting. I'm not really using Scorching Wake all that much. Don't want Gemini, don't want Rebuke. Hypermetabolism, a maybe, but we're already so weak, relatively speaking, in terms of maximum shielding and hull. I don't know if I want that. Let's just winnow. Now we are a much smaller Spectre. Yep. I'm not there anymore, you fool. What are we doing now? Still want emergency systems, quite obviously. Core shielding is nice. Conversion's also pretty good. I'm gonna actually take this conversion. It doesn't give us too much hull, but we're going for something that centers around using Warp Shield fairly often. Conversion does move us in that direction. Of course, we still need Tempest Break to really make that work. Wave 80, huh? Oh, I'm not here anymore. Probably shouldn't try to cut that so close. Truth be told, probably shouldn't try to do that. Oops, nope, don't sit there in the middle of it. No, don't want that. Blitz. Focus shields. Let's go focus shields. It does raise our max shields a little bit. Why are you running away? Trying to stay close to you. Oh, I do love having displacement in this fight. It makes it so much easier to maneuver around. Don't like this enemy attack though. This enemy attack, I could deal with not having it. Ouch, ouch. Okay, good. Sometimes I try to reveal myself just enough to get them to charge into a mine. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it just begs for me to take a lot more damage than I should. Easy enough. I do enjoy how even the displacement blast gets pushed around by the polar inversion effect. Pulls enemies into it instead of pushing them away. Pretty fun. Still don't want him power, no. Streamline for Leaf is interesting, but we're kind of dependent on taking damage to use our Warp Shield effect, aren't we? Don't know if that'd be worthwhile. This, on the other hand, this I do want. Tempest Break. When our shield breaks, it discharges a powerful bolt of energy. When it's down, our cooldown cannot be interrupted. And we have 30% faster shield cooldown, 30% stronger shield effect power, so more damage when our shield does break, 10% more thrust, and 10% less shields. However, our shield only begins cooldown when it breaks, but our shield is going to be so weak, it's going to happen fairly often. I'm not here. Don't know who you're looking for, but it's not me. Definitely not me. Yeah, run to that mine. Thank you. $500 damage on that poor swarmling. That's not too bad. Still no emergency system, so we do have that to be concerned with. But now at least we can do halfway decent damage, even with just our displacement. Self-destruct, burnout reactors on our mines would be pretty nice, as would terminate. Take the self-destruct. If nothing else, it makes our mines do a little bit more damage. There we go. I do need to remember I don't have anything like Overseer. I can fire my own weapon every now and again. I'm just so used to now looking for stealthy ways of killing things. I forget that relatively weak enemies in small numbers just can shoot them. Just shoot them. Don't have to worry about getting too fancy with it. Just shoot them. Don't have to try to be James Bond villain here. Another galvanic is not the craziest idea, but I do want this Aegis to get down to emergency systems. I also want this weaponized shield so we can get a little bit more damage. I'm going to take this Aegis just so we can finally unlock emergency systems as an option for us. If that was not what I wanted to do. Very glad for our fast cooldown here, though. It's our shields back up a lot faster than it would have been otherwise. Oop. Oh boy. Had to deal with school-related issues. So I missed class and needed information on what was going on, so I had to speak with them for a brief moment. Always annoying when you have to stop recording and hope it looks halfway decent in editing. I need to figure out a good way of editing things without losing too much quality. Videos always seem to be a little bit weaker in terms of clarity whenever I edit them. Could just be the software I'm using. Ah, well. Poor Seraph doesn't know where we are. Retribution? Yeah, we can do a retribution. I don't know if it'll actually do much good for us, but I like the idea of it. Put it that way. That's a lot of discharge towers, I gotta say. I need to get closer. Try to kill those things before they get too out of control here. Yeah, we're just gonna have to be a little bit more aggressive. All this passively waiting for Seraph to die on our mind ain't gonna cut it in the long run. But that's okay, we still have Blink. I'm not here. Shield, as I say, you can come back anytime you want now, Shield. We're almost through this fight. That discharge turret is a little too much for us right now. Alright, problem solved. Right? Right. Definitely won't have to worry about a fight like that ever again. Volatile shields would have been very helpful in that fight, and I think I will take them now. Does still increase our max shields a little bit, which is somewhat worse for our Tempest Break style effect, triggering often, but I think the volatile shielding effect of doing even more damage when our shield breaks is pretty useful. Still want emergency systems. What else do we still want? Incandescence for burnout reactor. That would really be a nice boost to our mine production and damage. Hey, spawners, you're going to be interesting. You're going to be very interesting because we're going to have to try to kill you from further away than we would like. Nope, don't do that. Don't do that. I said don't do that, and you kept doing it. I specifically requested that you cease and desist doing that, and yet, nonetheless, you continued. Just don't think that's fair. Or very polite. Get all this juicy experience. I do want that terminate, but that weaponized shield is pretty nice. We'll take it. And it adds a little damage to anything other than this little, you may see this little pinkish aura that's smaller than our warp shield radius. Anything in there takes more damage, 20% more, with some extra scaling based on our shield vet power. Oops, let's not be in the middle of that too much. Still so much we would like, and nowhere near enough time to actually put it all together. Was that smart? No. Was it fun? Mildly. Oh, thank you, Comet. Cleared out a quarter of them for us. Wouldn't have minded having a few more, but take what we can get. Definitely not taking shielded constructs with this run. No, thank you. Take the Candescents to get Burnt Reactors going. That's good enough. Blitz would have been okay. A little extra weapon damage isn't nothing after all. Ouch, 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 ouch. Glad for that armor here, otherwise we would likely be dead. Okay, good. Got rid of some of their escorts. Hoping to spin that shield break near Celestial here. But we were able to get that one, so good enough, I suppose. Good enough. Alright, Spitfires. Spitfires down. Have a 500,000 score. It's not too bad for a build I haven't really tried before. Whoops, I say rise, I die. I was expecting my shield to come back a little bit faster, and it didn't. Really should have maybe gotten emergency systems earlier. That's a minorly annoying one, but not too horrible. A little bit of a long run, but that was mostly because shield effects. Any shield build seems to take a bit longer than a weapon build. Well, not too bad for a first outing, but definitely room for improvement. I'd have to tinker with that a bit and see what I like. Just focusing on something like emergency systems might have been enough, but even then, I don't know. Trying to get enough damage is going to be the problem, it feels like. Getting enough damage rapidly enough. Without getting yourself killed, of course. Anyway. I do enjoy that. Enjoyed that suggestion from Solero. So thank you for that. And I do thank you all for stopping by.